Good evening from Northern California and Oakland. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, Oracle Arena, oldest building in the league. Crazy to think this is its final season.
And Ed, if I know these fans and I know this team, they're going out with a bang. Good luck walking out of Oracle with a dub in Dub Nation.
They've had a lot to cheer about in recent years. Let's get ready for this one. To Anthony. With a drop step. Rises for the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Harden has it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
It's Steph for two. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Thompson. A shot rejected by Capella.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Durant buries it.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Harden. Harden shot no good.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense, but that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
Goes to the left side. Curry, oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional.
Wow, maybe a design disruption right there. Or probably just an accident.
Harden to Capella. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out. Green.
I got ball. Ball.
Curling inside.
Switch.
Paul. Over to the right side. Harden to Capella. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
It's Thompson. Down to Green. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Harden, he made his first effort, but not that time. To Harden, beyond the arc for three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all three at the line. Thompson to bring it into the front court. They're down three. Inside, he scores.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch-and-shoot opportunities. You'll probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. Houston takes over. Got it. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
It's good, and one.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
Harden with the basketball, counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Cousins up to block the shot.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Curry with the basketball. Right now, 12 all.
He's flashing, bump him.
Thompson to Curry. Short jumper misses.
Come on, you're right.
Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. Harden with a shot, won't go. Possession lies with Golden State. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. This game is all tied up. Very even first quarter, tied at 12 to start the second, and it's underway. Durant across the timeline, looking to make something happen. Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Good shot, buddy.
A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Houston with the basketball to Paul. Count the basket inside. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Durant with the basketball up top. His team up by 1 and finishes strong.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Paul into the front court. Down 3. Rejected by Durant. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Tucker.
For the Golden State Warriors, number 4.
Oh, yeah, you got yourself.
Jordan Bell with the dunk.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Warriors basketball. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
Tucker.
Here comes screen. Here comes screen. Here comes screen.
Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
It's Cook with the basketball. 2-point advantage. No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Carter Williams with it up top. Trailing by 4. Carter Williams gets it in the right corner. To Carter Williams. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nothing going here on that drive. Nene to P.J. Tucker. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Tucker. Warriors have it. To Durant. From long range. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's Golden State basketball. Durant to Thompson. Has a look. Shot by Thompson misses. Slam dunk.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Durant. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Curry to bring it up. It's an 8-point lead. Durant. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
It's Curry controlling the offense.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go. Watch cut. You don't want it. You don't want it. I got double.
Take stock of the floor. Carter Williams with it up top. Down 8. It's blocked by Boogie. Nene.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Got it. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Paul. Trying to cash in. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
3 seconds is the call. Harden. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
That's it. First half has come to an end. The Warriors. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Warriors have the basketball. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
Harden with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Rejected by Thompson.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Iguodala to bring it up. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Anthony. And the finish. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Thompson. Paul the rebound. Paul with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Paul to Anthony. With a drop step. Shot from the lane won't go. To Durant. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Paul to Harden. Capella goes to the left side. Tucker with a shot that won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Tucker to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Golden State at the controls. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Paul to P.J. Tucker. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Durant across the timeline. Leads 1. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First try at the line, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Capella to Harden. Anthony. Not going down here. Durant with the basketball up top. Lead is 2. Curry to Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Paul to Harden. That's blocked by Durant.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Now Paul with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Curry into the front court. His team up by 7. Knocks down the 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. To Capella. Warriors come away with it. Knocked loose. Knight into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Nene to Anthony. Rejected by Green.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nene. Nene with the dunk.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Thompson, that's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Warriors have the basketball. Curry off the mark. No good. To Anthony. Free throws up and perfect.
I like that.
Anthony. Here's a chance from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Oh, Capella up to block it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. It's Rockets ball. Harden to Anthony. Lets it fly from long range. And Carmelo Anthony. Zero hesitation as he knocks down the 3. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Livingston. Across the timeline. His group now down 2. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Curry. Durant. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box someone, or maybe just double team them.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Leads 3. Good luck making excuses. Klay Thompson wide open. He's not going to miss that one.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Inside, he scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Curry, man, that was a tough shot. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Paul. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
The shot blocked by Anthony.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Durant. Curry to Cousins. The shot, no good there for Cousins.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Anthony. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Paul. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand. Check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Rockets have the ball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Has a chance. Shot won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Harden to Capella. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony to Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot to Paul. For 3, he engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Harden. And he knocks it down. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Harden. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Durant to Green. Curry Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Harden. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Curry. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Paul to Harden. Fires the three. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Harden. Rebound Cousins.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, that's a scary thing to watch.
It's the Warriors who get the victory. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. and welcome to Houston, Texas, home of the fourth biggest population in the United States. I'm Ed Cohen with the man of the people. He is Jay Williams.
All right, Ed, I see you. New York, L.A., Chicago, Houston right there. I'll tell you what else is big. Rocket Nation, and they're ready to rumble.
Taking over the globe and maybe taking over this game tonight. Well, since LeBron James went back to Cleveland, Jay, Eric Spoelstra has made a living of overachieving with the rosters he's had down in Miami.
He's one of the most brilliant minds we have in the game, Ed. It's like yesterday I remember watching that 36-year-old head coach of the Miami Heat, and that was 10 years ago. He's the second longest tenured coach in the league behind the San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich. And you talk about paying your dues. That's what you want to see from your head coach. Somebody that's earned it. Came into the organization under Mickey Arison in the year 1996 as a video coordinator and then became an assistant coach in the year 2001 to inevitably lead the Heat to their first NBA championship.
Pat Riley sought all of those years of four-year starting point guard Eric Spoelstra at the University of Portland. Gets an open look and hits. Defense played the percentages. The offense cashes in.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Inside, he scores. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. If he's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
Harden to Anthony. To Capella. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Dwayne Wade. And abuses the rim with the big finish.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Miami's got it. Dragic to Whiteside. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, they call the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Substitution being made in this one. Rockets have the steal. Knight into the front court. 8-2 our score. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Offensive board and a putback slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Houston with the basketball. To Capella. No good and no foul.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
To Anthony. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Oh, emphatic slam.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Gets a shot up off the mark.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Nene. Down low, Capella. Capella with a shot, no good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Dragic, add 2 points to the board.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Flashing, bump him.
No good. Dragic with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Can't connect.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Nice finish at the rim.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Heat with the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Harden. Knocks it down from mid-range. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
To Harden. Turns and slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Here's a chance from long range. Not that time. He misses. Harden with it up top. The score, 14-all. Rises for the slam.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. It's the Heat with the possession. A shot rejected by Capella.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Driving right to the basket. Wade, he can't get past the defender. To Wade. Wade shot no good. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Dragic into the front court. They trail by 2. Dragic can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down. Dragic. To Richardson with a drop step. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
We're going to see a team take the lead here?
Dwayne Wade rocking the rim.
A lot of talk in the offseason about D-Wade retiring, hanging it up, unlacing the sneaks. But we saw a different D-Wade in the playoffs last year, especially in the fourth quarter. We saw the flash. We could see more.
Paul to Harden. He'd come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It goes down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Harden in possession. Down 4. Harden to Anthony. Paul to Harden. All by himself, creates his own shot there. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Dwayne Wade to Dragic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Goran Dragic. To his advantage was a first-time All-Star last season.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Anthony. Oh, it's Whiteside with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yo, clear out, clear out.
Swings it to Wade. 4-3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul. Pass stolen by Miami. To Wade. With the basket after a nice drop step.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys should be able to get the final shot. The follow won't go either. First half in the books with the Heat in front. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Harden into the front court. The deficit is 6. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden. Curling inside. Cleans it up. Slams it home on the putback. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Harden in possession.
I got him.
Now down 6. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
I got him. My ball.
Wade. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. To Harden. For 3 with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Dragic to Wade. That's blocked by Capella.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Inside, he scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Rockets have the ball. Harden to Capella. And the finish. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Whiteside. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. To Capella. Paul to Anthony. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and 1.
Free throw good as he finishes off the 3-point play. They're back within a bucket. It's the Heat with the possession. And he hits. Harden with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Paul across the timeline. Trailing by 4. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Paul Shot by Paul, no good. Dragic with it. Leads 4 to Whiteside. And strokes it.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots it.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
I'm here. I got ball.
To Carter Williams. Deep left corner.
Watch guard.
Tucker. Off the assist.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Wade. Shot misses for Wade. Carter Williams with it up top. His group now down 2. Harden to P.J. Tucker. The shot blocked by Whiteside.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Throws it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Right.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Heat with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Just a reminder today, folks, if our team wins the game and scores 100 points tonight, everyone gets...
Heat have the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Runner here won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Dragic with the basketball. Lead is 2. Dragic. He'll take that any day.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Paul with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Paul to Capella. Harden. Harden with a shot. Won't go. Dragic into the front court. Up 5. Dragic. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Ball into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. And scores.
Well, here's something that all the great ones do. What first half? This is another first half. This is another half of basketball. That one that just happened is no longer. I can only focus on the now. If you're able to take your mind to this place, all of a sudden it helps you recalibrate.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Dragic to Richardson.
Pick coming, pick coming.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Harden to P.J. Tucker.
Hands up, we got him, we got him.
Harden. From the painted area, won't go down. Flash at the controls. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Harden with it up top. Down 8. No good. Defense catching a break there. Dragic with it. It's an 8-point lead. Dragic to Whiteside. Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Harden. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Wait. That's not his range. It's no good. Paul into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Anthony. Fires the 3. That won't go.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Dragic. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest. Harden in possession. His guys down by 9. Harden to Anthony. Harden.
Shot up.
Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Free throw is good. It's a 3-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. Capella to P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker lays it in.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
To Wade.
Double. I got him.
Dragic.
Got him.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Dragic. To Whiteside. Dwayne Wade. Dragic buries it on the catch and shoot. Now it's Harden at the controls.
Here we go.
To P.J. Tucker. Oh, it's Whiteside with the rejection.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
That one out of bounds off a rocket. Knocked loose. The Heat with the victory. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. For Jay Williams and all our crew, This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.